What's up everybody, it's ServiceNow Flowrider coming at you with video number 2 as promised. What we're going to do in video number 2 today is, as you can see on the screen here, in video number 1 we added a member to a ServiceNow assignment group. In video number 2 we're going to create a form and flow that removes a user from an assignment group. This one's a touch more complicated, it's not so simple. We need to add just a small script include in order to do this, but let's get on and have a look, see how we built the form, and then we'll build the flow. So as you can see on the screen here, we've got our catalog item, which is remove member from an assignment group, giving it the catalog and a category of ServiceNow. What I've done, populated it with short description text, and I've added my usual requested for variable. That's just our out-of-the-box requested for variable. I've created another multi-row variable set which holds our two variables, which are the assignment group and the user to remove. So let's have a look at this. So as you can see, I've got a lookup select box for my assignment group, nice and simple. It's just referencing the sys user group members table, which we'll see in a second. I've just called it assignment group, sys user group member table, and the field value I'm looking up is the group. I'm including none and unique values only, so I don't get back 100 records per group if they've got 100 members in there. And I've also just added a variable attribute quickly at the bottom, just to make sure that I'm pulling back the manager as well. So that's it for that very first variable. Now the second one is where, excuse me, where we will now look at the sys user table to get a list of users, of course, and their details, but we'll most importantly be calling a script to include, which we've called u_get members, and that will then talk to current, which is the form, the variables, and then the assignment group, which is our value with our lookup select box we just checked out. So I've just called this one assignment user. So if we have a look now at our script include, I'll show you what this looks like here. Type in script includes. Let's have a look at the one we've just created, get members. And this is the magic that makes it all happen here. So we can see we're calling the function of get members, and we can see exactly what's on the screen here that it will be returning. This is how our magic works, and it gets the value of the user. So once that's all been made, this is what the final form would look like, very similar to our add a member to an assignment group. Populates me as the system administrator straight away. And if I want to go to the group members, I can choose a group, say have approval, and I can instantly see it's working by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members. 7 members. No, 6 members. I'm losing my mind. I also just look at the groups. This is confirmation that the script include is actually working. Come down and look at groups. Look at cab approval. And I can see I've got my 6 members in there. Changing the group, of course, to say App Engine Studio users gives me just 1. So we know that's definitely working. Let's take those ones out. Obviously this isn't going to go anywhere if I submitted it just yet because we haven't got a working flow. So let's move on to that right now. So for me this is the interesting part. So let's skip all the tour. As per usual, when we're waiting for a catalog item to kick into a flow, we don't go with the record created or updated. It's going to be service catalog as the trigger. Step 1 is always to go and collect our variables so we can use them in our data pills on the side. So collect variables. We choose our requested item record. It's going to pull the variables from. We'll have a look at the catalog item, and we'll bring those two variables across. Then what we'll do, same as the last video, we're going to use a for each loop as our logic here. So for each one that we're removing, each member that we're removing, we're going to go and perform an action. So click on for each. We're going to get our variables. We can see it. This is our object or our array that's hold the two string details. So we'll select our group members. And then in an action, what I'm going to do, I'm going to look up to see if these group members are in the sysuser group table. First of all, so let's have a look at the sysuser GL member table. And then I want the group to relate to our assignment group that we chose on the form. And I want the user in the group members table to relate to the user that we've chosen on the form. So simply all I've got to do is just click on this box here to bring up my data pills, or feel free to drag them across. Sometimes what I've just noticed as well is that after just a quick refresh of the browser, when the video is on pause, sometimes the for each loop just comes up with an item and a record, or record and item. Just give it an F5 in your browser and it will come up actually with the object in here. So starting again on my lookup, add the assignment group back in and add the user. I can choose this from my for each logic here, so I can say the assignment group, do the same thing. I can say I want the user to be removed. This does the lookup, sees if that user has the role, or if that user is in the table, sorry. Return only the first record, that's fine, so there should only be one record that relates to the group and the user each. So I don't need to look at anything to do with failing a step or ignoring errors. And then the action I'm going to take to remove them is just to delete the item from the table. So click on delete record. And the record I want to delete is the one I've just looked up. And I want to delete that record there. What I normally do, I normally put a log step in as well, just so I've captured that action taken in system logs. Not something that anyone else has to do. I just like to have that. So I can say group member remove. And then I can just add my values that I've captured in my for each logic, because they're just strings. There's no sysids or reference fields. I can just say group member. Delete record 3. Group member ed, remove from cal approval group. Then what we'll do, we'll come back onto the main timeline on the flow, and then we'll update the RITM record. Update record. Go back to our trigger RITM. We'll set active to be false. We'll set the stage to be completed, and then we'll set the states to also be close complete. And that fully closes off our RITM. Let's activate that, assign it to the workflow, and then we'll give it a test. We'll take our name here, that's all been fully activated. We'll go back to our catalog item. Wherever I put it, there we go, catalog item. And let's assign the process engine being our flow. And save that. Now we're all good to submit the form. Let's give that a quick refresh. Just to make sure it's definitely talking to the new flow. Let's take out, from cattle approval, we'll take out Luke Wilson. And then we'll also take out of another group, just to make sure it's working for each one of them. Out of the change management team, oh, it's only got one. Let's go for the capacity management. Let's take out Don from capacity management. We've got 2 users we're removing from 2 separate groups. expensive as that. So what that's done, that's just changed from open to closed completes, which is good. You can see that our workflow is executed okay, and that's something I need to turn on. But let's go and have a look at the groups. And we can see straight away we're removing Luke Wilson from the cab group. That's down to 5. Luke's gone. And then we're also losing Don from the capacity management. There should just be one member in there now. That's it, job done. Like I say in the other video, I kept it bare bones. I haven't put email notifications going out to users or work notes or internal notes on the RITM. It's just nice and simple. It does what it says on the tin, and it all works as expected. So tune in for the next video. That'll be coming next week, I think, sometime on another flow design topic. But if you have any questions, please reach out. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. See ya.